What is the point? How many languages do you speak? If you answered 1, you're wrong, but more on that next week. The point here is that everyone should care about learning language, not just language nerds like me. In another one of my videos, I offered up the viewpoint of the Spanish program at FSU on why students learn a foreign language. Let me tell you it again for some perspective. Quote, "Part of the purpose of a general education requirement in the College of Arts and Sciences is for students to challenge their own preconceived personal and cultural frameworks, as well as to further their intellectual development and personal growth. To this end, the study of a language beyond one's native tongue pushes students to communicate through different sounds, words, and structures, and it provides an opportunity to gain deeper insight into the practices of one's own and other cultures." End quote. Quote, "Furthermore, empirical research in recent years suggests that language learning is related to improved cognitive abilities such as attentional control, memory, problem solving, and verbal and spatial abilities." So, from my understanding, there are some things in this world that are absolute, and there are some things that are relative. It is not that all things are absolute or that all things are relative, but that both exist. Things that are absolute are things like love, as much as some people might disagree, because love's inherent qualities are not relative. Things that are relative are things like clothing or beauty standards. As an example, let me recite to you one of the rants my wife has gone on so many times that I know it myself. I mean, who came up with the idea that women needed to shave their legs and armpits anyway? It was the shaving industry's ploy to sell more razors in the 20th century when the men went off to war. Anyway, another thing that is relative? Language. English, Chinese, Spanish. Yeah, you get it. One is not intrinsically more important than the other. Some have simply become more prolific than others due to other causes. Being that no language is more important than the other, there's no need to search for a monolingual society. Again, there's nobody that really speaks just one language, but more on that next week. Being that there's no need for a monolingual society, we ought to accept the very multilingual world we live in. Rather than just struggle to get by understanding our neighbors close by and far away, why not engage the most that we can and actually learn a language other than our own? Quote, "The study of a language beyond one's native tongue pushes students to communicate through different sounds, words, and structures, and it provides an opportunity to gain deeper insight into the practices of one's own and other cultures." End quote. When you take the extra step of learning another language, you are not learning the rules for how to drive a new car. You're acquiring the ability to reach past your own circles, or even your previously possible social circles. You're breaking down the wall between you and people that should have been friends your whole lives. If not that, you at least don't watch passively at the news as one or multiple events occur to other people around the world. You're more attuned to their state of being. Remember that thing about love's inherent absolute qualities? Quote, "Furthermore, empirical research in recent years suggests that language learning is related to improved cognitive abilities such as attentional control, memory, problem solving, and verbal and spatial abilities." This is like icing on the cake for language nerds, but maybe has more meaning to you. It is possible for anyone to learn a language, no matter the boring naysayers of yesteryear. Learning a language not only helps open up your ideas about the world, but it literally helps expand your brain's abilities and strengthens connections for you to live a longer and healthier life. The point is that everyone should care about learning language, not just language nerds like me. It's one of the most beautiful things on this earth. And there's not just 10 or 12. As of the recording of this video, the number is roughly 7,000. Go check them out. Like this video? I did. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. In addition to that, go over to Facebook and Twitter to like and follow Glottoverse, my project to help spread language education.